Hi y'all, how y'all doing tonight? Oh, I'm over here hitting buttons and stuff. How y'all doing tonight? Hi, I'm here. Let me I don't need to turn on the light. We can sit in the dark tonight. Y'all can see me a little bit. Hey y'all, how y'all doing? um, so have y'all been paying attention to what's happening today? Have y'all been paying attention? Last night we was on here and we talked about the strike that was going on for the past couple of days. Has anybody been paying any attention to what's been going on? Look at the little room trying to come through on them. Okay, for those of y'all who haven't been paying attention to what's been happening on the news, or not necessarily the news, because you ain't got to pay attention to the news. Sometimes you can't get what you need from the news. You know, I see certain news channels tend to be biased about stuff they talk about. But for the past couple of days, um, the ports and stuff have been on strike. The ports where you get your food, your goods and stuff, especially for us people that live on the coast and stuff like that. All of those places were on strike, um, holding food and perishable items sitting in the same place, not being able to be moved around because it ain't no space for it to be moved. Sitting at the you know, just sitting there at the ports. And you would have to really go and like look at how a port moves around and what happens and everything. And you would have to know the magnitude of a port, two, three ports not moving and getting anything done for almost 3 days now. Is it been 3 days? All of my days and stuff running together. So for about three, almost 4 days that nothing didn't get done. And those of you who may not be paying attention, but there's a lot of little whispers going on, and I haven't heard a whole lot about it, but you might want to check into. There's some suspicions going on about those containers that they move around out there at the ports and stuff like that. Like just looking into, they're saying that like a lot of those workers went on strike and stuff. And I'm saying that this is hearsay. You get to go and look it up for yourself and find out what you think for your own self. Don't take my word for it. I'm just giving it to you to go and do your own research and and see what you can come up with. But there's been reports of screams coming from those containers and stuff. So just like anytime something big or something come up, keep your they never show you the big thing that's really happening behind the scenes. They always have these a whole bunch of this and this going on behind the scene because everybody paying attention to everything that's happening to with the Diddy trial and all of that stuff. And yeah, I'm not staying on top of it. I go and listen to some of it, but I don't stay and listen to it for long periods of time. I listen to it every now and then, and I hear whatever it is that I need to hear. Hey, Korean, I hear whatever I need to hear, and then I move right on along with it because it always be these big something big always come out around election time to take your mind and stuff off of what you should be paying attention to. And all I'm telling y'all is to pay attention to the bigger picture and not pay attention to those things too, because it's it's a lot going on. A lot going on. But pay attention to that, and don't think that just because these ports and stuff, because y'all do know today that the strike they ended the strike not too long ago. But what do you know so far, and what's your opinion? um Tomorrow with the port, tomorrow the hearing the screams and stuff inside of the trailers, the containers. Korea, I don't really know what to say about it now. I done seen a lot of it, but sometimes stuff can be hearsay. But you also know too, for a long time, like I'll be trying to turn my ear or whatever, because and when I speak about these containers, that I've already seen something saying that where he lived at over on Star Island, that he's very close to where those containers are receiving, and they're trying to say like little ones are inside, little people are inside of those containers. I don't know how true it is, but I'm telling you, go look into it. And they said again, this is hearsay. Go look it up your own self. It's all over TikTok, and it's some here right here on YouTube that people are talking about it. That some of those port workers went on strike because of the screams and stuff that they was hearing inside of those containers. And it was like they were being made to ignore it or something of the sort. But anyways, you know how it is. They say where there's smoke, there is fire. So keep y'all antennas up, your ears open, and pay attention, because they're saying that a lot of the missing little ones, again, I'm gonna say go over there and do your research. Listen, I don't already seen like seven or eight different things. And if it's happening right now, it wouldn't be the first time that it happened, because even me going to look for it happening right now as of today, it was happening. I seen stories where it was happening 10 and 11 years ago that this was happening. So is it far-fetched that it could be happening right now? Absolutely not. So but if you really want to know what is real happening in here, you got to get out here and do your own research and look for stuff. Just don't pay attention to what be on your news. If the news tell you something, come on some kind of social media or something, and go do your own investigation. Go look up your own stuff. What they call it being what you say? Do your due diligence. Is that what they call it? You got to do your due diligence. Let me stop trying to say it. Y'all know I be getting tongue tied or whatever. But yeah, I believe something is going to happen to our voting machines due to the power outages. Korean, I think there is a whole lot of stuff that's gonna happen, and we just can't really see it yet. But one thing I will tell you, 3 or 4 days of the ports being shut down don't mean that these shortages ain't gonna hit us with the fruits and vegetables and stuff. So still be aware of that, and make sure y'all stand on top of the things that you need. If it's something that you don't want to be without anytime or whatever, go ahead and get yourself prepared when it come down to your perishables, because it may not be there. And two, Korean, that's one thing. Everybody everywhere keep talking about the power outages, and everything. And then, then they all of these other storms and stuff that's coming. And that's one thing, we don't even have no control of that, because how we know if our lights really be going off and on the way that they be going off and on, or is somebody making that happen? So I don't know. I don't know. But I do know that it was told to me, because sometimes it get real frustrating that you be thinking, I ain't gonna even vote no more. I'm just not gonna even do it because it don't be making sense. But then I got military in my family, so when it come down to stuff like that, I always be talking to them to like see how you know just to have a conversation about what do it feel like to hear one of your family members say that they not they not gonna vote, because I got a lot of respect for them. And so with me going and saying that to my family members, I ended up having a conversation um with my sister that's in the military, and she was explaining to me that um if you're a registered voter and you don't vote, you still vote by default. If you understand what I mean, if you're a registered voter, you're still going to vote by default. So it is better to make your vote whatever it's going to be than not. So either way it go, you're going to still be counted in the vote some kind of a way. So if I'm making sense with what I'm saying. But anyways, utilize your vote. So and I know a lot of people be feeling that way, as that they don't want to participate in it no more, because it just don't seem like um it's working. But yeah. So they say either way, she said either way you do it, whether you go up there and you fill in those bubbles or not, your vote is going to be counted, whether you want to or not. So if you're registered, remember that. Go make your own choices, or let your choice be made for you. So that's another one. But y'all, you all that don't know, the strike is now over. They came to an agreement to get them folks their money. Um, and they is happy. Go on over there and see them cheering on. That is all that it is. But there is a whole mess that was created. Don't think those little 4 days didn't create a little bit of a problem. So if your fruits and veggies and your little things that's in your perishables your perishables start to taste a little funny. Remember back when they had them beans, them crates sitting out there forever and a day during the pandemic, and we started getting all that spoiled stuff on the shelf. Did anybody get any spoiled stuff from off the shelf when that was happening during the pandemic? Why can't I talk? Um, but yeah, it was all over YouTube that people were picking up stuff that said it had the right date on it. It was not expired or anything yet, but it was discolored. It looked different from when you purchase it any other time. So, but yeah, y'all keep your eyes focused for what you got. They already done went and stripped the grocery stores and stuff down already anyways. But it ain't like it's gonna be, but still I'm telling you, keep your eyes open and watch and see that there's gonna be a little bit of some issues. So you know I just wanted to come on and let y'all know that did not know about those the strike and everything. It is now been lifted. But if you have your own stuff growing in your yard and everything, you don't have to worry about this stuff. These situations when they come around. This time I even myself, I'm telling y'all right now, I'm back getting myself prepared to have um my fruit and vegetables back in my yard. I have fruit and stuff that grow plentiful, but I don't have any fruit. I meant vegetables growing. Well, yeah, I got collard greens. I got a little bit of stuff, but not like I had before. So I'm back in the same position that everybody else who ain't ready for this. I'm getting ready. So get ready and stay ready. So when these times and stuff come, we ain't gotta worry about it. So, and I'm telling y'all now, if you go ahead and plant your lettuce right now, what you can grow in your windowsill, then you won't have to worry about um, these upcoming months when some of your things that you're going to be looking for in the store is not going to be there, because they have to catch up to these 4 days and catch up with the chaos that's been created there at those ports after these almost 4 days. If I'm not mistaken, I could be saying the wrong amount of days. I told you my days be running into each other, but they have to clean up the mess that's been made before they can get stuff back rolling the right way. So we'll see how it go. But I can almost price is probably gonna go up a little bit more. I can almost imagine there's going to be some price hikes. So I can't right now. I haven't even had time enough to think about how many different ways this strike cost the people, only for them to go ahead and give them. Well, I don't know if they gave them exactly what they want, because I didn't look all into that just yet. But once I get from off of here, in during the daytime, I couldn't pay attention to the news and stuff with no grandkids running around, no ways like that. Like I can listen to it, but my mind ain't even focused on with little folks running around. So but I've paid attention enough to see that the strike is now over. So now we got to play the catch up game. Y'all stay on top of your own stuff, grow your own food, so you ain't got to worry about what nobody else do and don't got. This has been Life with Tashana, and I don't know. Let me tell you something. Let me not be rude, cause I'm not in no rush to go nowhere. What else y'all seen today? What y'all want to talk about? Cause I didn't even ask nobody what they had to talk about. I just came on here and went on ahead and blurted out what I wanted to come on here and say. But I haven't seen nobody say nothing in the chat, because you know how we get down over here. Somebody say something in the chat and we be in a whole conversation, because y'all know I'll be on and off. Bye, y'all. I'm out. But yeah, y'all check the check out what they're saying in the news about the not the news, just go on your different social media places and see what they're talking about, those containers and everything, and just get caught up on what's really going on out here in these streets. But if that is everything, we had a short one tonight that I haven't been able to have for a very long time. But y'all stay on top of your stuff, because nobody can take care of your family better than your own self can. So what better way to do that? Have your own stuff. Don't have to depend on nobody else's. But this has been Life with Tashana, where over here life is like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're gonna get when you come up over here. But over here, a lot of times you will see us in the garden and talk about growing things, because we are about growing. We about growing outside in the garden, and we about growing on the inside of us. And whatever conversations that we can have over here to help us grow in those situations, then that's what we doing. And whatever we growing, we always put it together with whatever it is that we trying to grow to in our life, and let that plant or plants that you're growing be a manifestation of how you're really growing in life. And if you're interested in that, come on over here and give us a like, a share, and a subscribe, and come on and become a high class gardener. Now, what is a high class gardener, Miss Shauna? A high class gardener is, we make sure we growing food, but we don't play around with no snakes, no bugs, and no worms. Well, how you in the garden then, Shauna, then, if you don't mess around with those things? You heard what I said. We just grow food. I don't play around with no bugs, no snakes, and no worms. None of that stuff. And we don't play around with those kinds of people in real life. So, you know, until next time, we'll see y'all back here at Life with Shauna. Y'all have a good night.